Everyone has a breaking point. Psychologists have long studied the concept of psychological elasticity, how much pressure a person can withstand before reaching their limit. The interesting thing is that the quietest, most serene people often have the deepest breaking points. This is where Sigma men come in. They're not your typical introverts or loners. They're deep thinkers and careful observers who process conflict differently than others. While some might explode at the first sign of disrespect, Sigma men absorb, analyze, and remember. They aren't prone to quick anger or emotional outbursts. Instead, they operate with a controlled intensity that most people never see coming. The most fascinating thing about Sigma men is their response to betrayal or constant disrespect. Unlike the alpha male who might confront the situation head-on, or the beta who would avoid conflict altogether, the Sigma's reaction is calculated and unique. They don't explode, they evolve. The psychology behind this is clear. People with high emotional intelligence process betrayal on a deeper level. They don't just react. They fundamentally change their approach to the relationship or situation. For a Sigma man, this means implementing subtle but devastating shifts in how he operates. When a Sigma man has had enough, it's not about revenge or making a statement. It's about executing a carefully considered decision that will permanently alter the dynamics at play. His response isn't loud or messy. It's precise, calculated, and irreversible. Let's explore what really happens when these silent strategists reach their breaking point, and why their response is often more impactful than any emotional outburst. 1. They walk away silently. When a Sigma man reaches his limit, he doesn't explode or make a scene. He simply goes quiet. It's not an awkward silence. It's a deliberate one that speaks louder than 1,000 words. This is his first move in a game most people don't even realize has begun. This silence isn't about resentment or manipulation. It's strategic. When someone has ignored his boundaries or shown constant disrespect, the Sigma man knows that more words won't fix anything. He no longer tries to explain himself to those who refuse to listen. The curious thing is that most people misinterpret the silence. They assume he's hurt, weak, or avoiding conflict. What they don't understand is that he's actually conserving his energy and planning his next move. While others waste energy on arguments and drama, he's silently deciding whether that relationship or situation deserves any more of his time. During this phase, he isn't inactive. He observes, thinks, and takes mental notes. Every disrespectful comment, every crossed boundary, every red flag, it all accumulates. He's like a chess player, assessing the board before making his move. This silence is usually the first and only warning you'll get from a Sigma man. By the time most people realize something's wrong, he's already made his decision. And when a Sigma reaches this point, what follows isn't just temporary distance. It's something permanent. Because when a Sigma man goes silent, it's not the end of the conversation. It's the end of everything. 2. Total emotional detachment. Have you ever seen someone go from deeply invested to completely indifferent? That's what happens when a Sigma man hits his emotional limit. It's not a gradual fade. It's a total shutdown. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman calls this emotional bankruptcy, the moment when the emotional investment account hits zero. Just like a bank account drained by too many withdrawals, the emotional reservoir is completely depleted. For a Sigma man, this isn't just running out of feelings. It's a full system shutdown. Author Mark Manson describes this state as the art of not giving a F asterisk CK, but it goes beyond that. It's not about choosing not to care. It's reaching a point where he can't care anymore. When a Sigma gets here, there's no anger, no resentment, just pure indifference. What makes this detachment so powerful is its completeness. A Sigma man doesn't do half measures in emotional withdrawal. He doesn't act distant to send a message or seek attention. It's a fundamental shift in his emotional landscape, permanent and irreversible. This isn't about being cold or cruel. It's pure self-preservation. When a Sigma man decides something is toxic to his peace, he doesn't just build walls. He demolishes the foundation. Unlike others who might occasionally peek over their emotional barriers, his detachment is absolute. This shift happens in silence. By the time others notice, he's already processed, packed up, and moved on emotionally. There's no farewell speech, no dramatic exit, just the quiet certainty of total indifference. 3. Burning bridges. Once emotional detachment kicks in, the Sigma's mind enters a state of cold, calculated execution. Whether it's toxic friendships, disrespectful colleagues, or boundary crossers, every harmful connection is marked for permanent removal. When a Sigma burns a bridge, every move has a purpose. Naval Ravikant, the renowned entrepreneur and philosopher, put it perfectly. The ability to walk away is real power. This power isn't about making noise or seeking attention. It's about executing a plan that ensures those who took advantage of him, manipulated him, or disrespected him never get another chance. Imagine it like a grandmaster chess player sacrificing a piece, not for immediate gain, but to win the entire game. The Sigma's actions may seem subtle at first, but they create domino effects that change the entire playing field. Every shared connection, every possible point of contact, every path back, all of it is systematically eliminated. What makes this approach unique is its impact. While others might close doors but leave windows open, a Sigma leaves no exits, not out of bitterness or anger, but from a clear understanding that letting toxic people back it only leads to repeated patterns. The most powerful part? His silence. There are no dramatic announcements, no public declarations, just deliberate actions that cut off all possibility of future manipulation or disrespect. He doesn't explain or justify. He simply executes his strategy with unwavering precision. Most people expect fireworks and drama when bridges are burned, but with Sigma men, all you get is silence. And for them, that's the strongest message of all. 4. Mental reset. When a Sigma man reaches his limit, something powerful happens in his mind. A complete reset. Like formatting a hard drive, he begins reconfiguring his entire thought pattern. This isn't just about forgetting. It's about reprogramming. Imagine updating your phone's operating system. The old version had flaws and security holes. The new one is stronger, faster, and better at blocking unwanted interference. That's what happens in a Sigma's mind during this phase. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." The Sigma man takes this wisdom to the extreme. He starts clearing mental clutter, old patterns, toxic thoughts, outdated beliefs that no longer serve him. This reset doesn't erase memories or ignore what happened. It's an upgrade in how his mind operates. Bad experiences become lessons. Red flags he once ignored now stand out. What used to affect him now slides right off. His intuition sharpens, his decisions become clearer. It's like his brain installs a better spam filter. Things that once harmed him are now automatically blocked. This mental reset doesn't make him cold or unfeeling, just smarter, stronger, and more focused. The Sigma doesn't just move on, he levels up. And once this reset is complete, there's no going back to the old system. 5. Reinforcing the inner shield. After the reset, the Sigma man strengthens his inner shield. But this time, it's not just about setting boundaries. It's about building a better foundation for his life. This phase isn't about putting up walls. It's about fortifying from within. When someone pushes a Sigma too far, it triggers a deep internal transformation. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Sigma takes this wisdom and turns it into fuel for growth. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every toxic situation becomes a lesson for building stronger boundaries. This reinforcement doesn't make him cold or distrustful. It sharpens his instincts and clarifies his standards. Red flags he once ignored now seem obvious. Behaviors he once tolerated are now unacceptable. His tolerance for disrespect drops to zero. The most striking part of this stage is his focus on self-improvement, not just self-protection. While others might grow bitter or defensive after being hurt, the Sigma channels that energy into becoming more perceptive, more self-assured, more self-sufficient. The transformation is subtle but profound. His decisions become quicker. His boundaries grow firmer. His standards rise higher. He stops doubting his intuition about people and situations. When something feels off, he acts decisively instead of waiting for proof. This isn't about fear or paranoia. It's wisdom earned through experience. And unlike physical walls, which can crumble, this internal fortification only grows stronger with time. 6. Selective information control. Information is power, and no one understands this better than a Sigma man who's been pushed to his limit. When he enters this phase, he becomes a master of information control. What others know about his life, his plans, and his next moves. This isn't about being secretive or playing mind games. It's understanding a fundamental truth Robert Greene highlighted in the 48 Laws of Power. Keep others in suspended terror by keeping them in the dark. For a Sigma, this means becoming deliberately opaque about his intentions and future plans. He stops sharing details about his life. His goals, struggles, and daily activities become classified information, not because he's hiding something, but because he's learned information can be weaponized. Those who once used his openness against him are now on a strict need-to-know basis. He doesn't announce his new information policy. He just becomes selective. Casual questions get vague answers. Personal inquiries receive polite deflections. His life becomes a closed book to all but a trusted few. The best part? He remains perfectly polite. There's no hostility or obvious withholding. He simply masters the art of speaking without revealing anything important. Small talk becomes his shield. Kind words become his armor. Those who thought they knew everything about him suddenly realize they know nothing. And in that uncertainty lies his power. Because when no one knows your next move, no one can interfere with your plans. If this video resonated with you, subscribe for more content on Sigma Men and related topics. Don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay strong and keep evolving.